Hello, and good afternoon. My name is Nintendo Sixty-Jorts, and this is a video all about IRAs. As a disclaimer up the top, I would just like to of course state that this video and its contents do not constitute tax, legal, or financial advice, nor is it an endorsement of any institution, asset, or entity. It should also very much be stated that this is all pertaining to United States tax code and tax laws. I mention United States specifically because that's where I live. So let's start at the top. What is an IRA? An IRA is an individual retirement account, which is a trust meant to accrue funds for the use of eventual retirement. This is typically done for tax advantage reasons, meaning that you'll actually pay less tax because this is meant for retirement funds. Money stored in an IRA is not actually typically what we consider liquid cash. In fact, it's stored as what is called an asset. Traditionally, this has been done using stocks or bonds, but in more recent years, we've actually seen the uptick in alternative investments. These alternative investments can include livestock, precious metals, wine bottles, and even collectible cars. Beep beep, vroom vroom, I'm an investor. Before we get deep in the weeds, let's discuss some terms that are worth knowing regarding an IRA. When you add funds to an IRA, we call that a contribution. When we take funds out, we call this a distribution. Given that these funds are meant for retirement age typically, pulling out a distribution is actually considered something worth a penalty, with a few exceptions, unless the person pulling out the funds is 59 and a half. That's actually not a joke number. The age for pulling out a distribution without penalties is 59 years and 6 months. After that, we can actually call that a taxable income, much like a salary. There are, of course, exceptions to this rule as mentioned earlier, but we'll go over that more in tomorrow's video, Distributions and You. Without further ado, let's discuss the different types of IRAs. There are many different types, but today we're going to focus on just a few. Traditional IRA. Contributions are tax deductible, meaning that you actually don't pay any taxes until you start taking distributions out at 59 and a half. With a Roth IRA, it's a little bit different. The contributions are completely deductible, but what this means is that you actually have to pay taxes when you pull distributions. Both of these are very similar, and it's really easy to get them jumbled up, so here's a fun mnemonic way to get these together. Imagine planting a field of soybeans. You plant the soybeans, you grow the soybeans, you harvest the soybeans, you enjoy the soybeans. We love the soybeans! For a traditional IRA, you're taxed for planting the soybeans. In a Roth IRA, you're taxed for harvesting the soybeans. We love the soybeans! Employers can also contribute to an IRA in many different ways. Notably, there's a Simplified Employee Pension IRA, or what we call a SEP. Alternatively, we have the Savings Intensive Match Plan for Employees, or Simple IRA. A simple IRA is actually very similar to a 401k if you've ever heard of that, but we'll discuss that more tomorrow in tomorrow's video. SEP and Simple. Simple IRAs made simple separately. When it comes to health and education, you wouldn't think that we would have IRAs for those, but you're so incredibly wrong and you're stupid. HSAs and SESAs are both staples of our wonderful education and health systems in America. An HSA, or a health savings account, is meant for putting funds into an account meant for health purchases. This could include something as small as bandages, all the way up to surgery costs. And you can do this tax advantaged. Similarly, for education, we have a Coverdell Education Savings Account, or SESA. This is a tax-advantaged account meant for purchases to be tax-advantaged when it comes to purchases relating for education, from elementary school all the way to college. This is actually named after Georgia Senator Paul Coverdell.
Thank you, Nintendo Sixty-Jorts.
Thank you, Paul. And thank you, viewer, for watching this cover of Megalovania, composed and created by Toby Fox for the game Undertale. I want to thank everybody for watching and sticking around. Happy April Fools! I promise the next video is actually going to be a cover. I'd also like to thank my Patreon members, who you see their names scrolling somewhere across the screen, I'm sure. If you would like to join the Patreon, please feel free to. You can join for free, you can join for $1 a month. It is completely voluntary, and I offer nothing special for you joining my Patreon, other than just sometimes I say hello on there instead of on YouTube. Once again, thank you very much. I apologize for the drought in videos, but I have a new cover coming in 2 weeks. So until then,